We have with us Dr. Ahmad Rabaa'i, who is the Computer Science and Information Systems Department Chair at the American University of Kuwait AUK. And he's joined this evening by Mubarak Abdulhadi, who is was part of the organizing committee of a conference that was held right here in the state of Kuwait dealing with computer crimes. So we'd like to welcome you both to our program, Hala Kuwait.
Thank you,
Doctor, for being our guest, as well as Mubarak, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Doctor, we'd like to start out with you, please, Dr. Ahmed. Can you tell us computer crimes? What is that? What are computer crimes, please?
To be honest, it's very difficult to define it, even
it's a big question too,
it's a very big question, and it's very difficult to define it even from a scholarly point of view, or even from the literature. It's very complicated even to say this is a computer crime, this is not a computer crime. It's different than a crime which has its start and end. A computer crime, even as I said in the literature, it's very difficult to define. But for simplicity, let's say it's any criminal act which is linked to a computer, a tablet, a mobile, and the network. This is the simple terminology or the simple definition of that. But can we say, is this enough definition for it? To be honest, I don't think so, because it can compromise, it can contain so many different aspects which can incorporate it within a computer crime.
Mubarak, I know you had a conference recently held which talked a little bit about this, so can you elaborate? How did the conference go? Give us some more details, please.
Yes, the conference, it was the last week, and Dr. Ahmed was one of the speakers of the conference. The conference, it was very important to ministries and government authorities as well as the private companies. The conference tried to focus on the recent issues about cyber crimes, especially the recent Kuwait cybercrime law.
Tell us about that. What is that?
Yes.
For people who don't know, please.
Yes, this law, as you know, and some people know, it was about 1 year ago, the day of it issued. And so one of the goals of the conference is to widen the consciousness and awareness of the dimensions of that law, and what are the horizons of it in the practical.
Yeah, it's still kind of a new topic, isn't it, Dr. Ahmed, for Kuwait, let's say? I mean, is this mostly done by hackers or individuals? And what are these crimes exactly? You gave us a brief about it, but what are some examples of this, please?
Actually, the word, when we say computer crime or cyber crimes, we link it to, straight away we said, computer hackers. Hackers are only a term used for people who are doing these kind of a crime just for fun, just to spend some time. But hackers are not the only people who are committing crime. In fact, hackers are people who are doing this just for fun. But we have some more dangerous people who can be spies. People, they can spy on your computers, people can spy on your data. Then we have the crackers. Crackers are very...
Not hackers, crackers?
Yes, of course.
What is that now?
Crackers are these people are the more advanced people who are making computer crimes as their day-to-day job. People, they don't have work like you and me. These people, they only
their full-time job are cracking?
Exactly, cracking, stealing information, not just stealing it and then selling it to some other companies. Using this basically information, photos, private sensitive type information, to basically asking other people for money. So
like blackmailing?
Like blackmailing. This is one of the hottest topic now. And to be honest, computer crime, I must admit, I'm so pleased that Kuwait and Mr. Mubarak here, they did the conference, and the ministries and the governmental organizations in Kuwait are really considering this topic. It is a new topic in the Middle East, it is a new topic in Kuwait, but it is a well-known topic, and it's a critical topic you know, in first world countries like Australia or the States. So the first step, what Mubarak and his team did, it was honestly a great job. And I would really like to thank Mubarak for the
How was the conference? Did it go well? Well organized?
It was excellent. And lots of crowd, lots of people taking notes.
Yeah, I think people are keen to learn, Doctor, because it's a subject that's a little bit not clear what it is exactly. People want to know more, correct, Mbara?
Yes, and the conference was under the patronage of Engineer Rosai Shati, the General Manager of Central Agency of Information Technology. And it also spotted the light on the role of the employees in our ministries. The role of legal departments and IT departments in the government ministries. What are their role in fighting cyber crimes?
So cyber crimes can also be, like, I think in the state of Kuwait, a lot of things are, let's say, blackmailing, problems with WhatsApp messages and things like that. Is that what in Kuwait more?
Yes, the most common cyber crimes in individual.
Just to shed some more light for our audience, because I know some of the things Dr. Ahmed mentioned were talked about in the international media. We don't want to get into specifics about countries and so forth, but tell us more specific about Kuwait a little bit.
About local,
yes, please.
The local examples. The most examples is about misusing the social media applications, like using Twitter and Instagram, for example. And some people they be victim of such cyber crimes without recognizing that they are a victim, or sometimes they are the doers of such cyber crimes. So the importance of that conference tried to resolve these issues.
Dr. Ahmed, can people be ever 100% secure when it comes to these IT kind of things? You're smiling a little bit now, so that means probably not really 100% ever, really?
Let's go back to the history of establishing the network or establishing the internet.
Sure.
When they built the internet, they built it on a wrong assumption. Even if you look at the literature in the definition of the internet, they said trustworthy people who communicate with each other. The fun part of it, you are assuming that everyone in the network is a trustworthy person. And this
is not true.
Which is not true. So you built a huge thing on a wrong assumption. So in my opinion, I believe there is nothing called 100% secured. Despite of, even if you're going to go to the best security engineer to tell him, give me the best security software, do the best system for me to make this organization, these servers secured, I would say there is nothing called 100% secure. There are ways to prevent it. There are some applications, some spywares, some firewalls, antiviruses. But the thing is, Tariq, these people, crackers or hackers, they don't use the same network as you and me. We know the internet, but there's something called the deep web, the dark web. You and I, normal people, I might know about it because of my field. But normal people, they don't know about the dark web. And if you say dark web or deep web, they don't know anything about this.
They may think that's a movie.
Exactly. And now we also have the new technology, the cloud, storing this information on the cloud. Now, whenever you want to go and buy something online, you put all of your details, your name, your address, your phone number, your shipping address, your credit card details. Where are this data? Where is going to be stored? Who has access to this data? This data later on might be stolen and sold to some other companies. So these people, you will be basically, in effect, you will be subject. If someone has your contact details, your address, your credit card details, where you live, all of this information now is available.
Now everyone, Dr. Ahmed, likes to do transactions over the net.
Exactly.
With their credit cards, so yeah, I mean, it's very common.
It is very common. Now they find other ways. Now you can use, for example, PayPal for it. You can now get this prepaid MasterCard. But is it 100% secured? Can we assume that we live in a secured technology-wise environment? I would say no way. You can't guarantee security. Even if you go to the best security company, whatever they will tell you, there is 99.9%. They won't tell you 100% because there is always room. There are people who are making living out of this.
You told us, yeah, some people that's their day and night full-time job.
Yes.
Mubarak. So tell us, what was also other subjects discussed at the conference?
Yes, the last day of the conference was it was a one-day workshop, and it was presented by the General.
Firstly, I would like to basically say nice words about the legislation of criminal acts, especially done in the computer or the cyber acts. It's done, the legislation, the sophistication on the legislation in Kuwaiti law, it's really great to see. However, there are two things that we really keep in mind. The extent to which we apply this. It's far worse than a WhatsApp message or an Instagram picture. Computer crimes are really very well advanced. The other main issue that I really urge the Ministry of Education, these new kids, these our kids at school, they are subject to these crimes. They are using now these tablets, YouTube to learn. They spend lots of time on these technologies. These people are still naive. They're kids. So we need to establish more conferences, more episodes, more talk with these school kids.
More public awareness.
Public awareness, like Mubarak and his team did a great job for people in ministries, for these employees. But we still have kids at school.
Well, maybe that can be addressed later on. And yes. We'd like to thank you, Dr. Ahmad and Mubarak. Any last word for audience very quickly?
Yes, I want for you as part of Ministry of Information, there's a big role on the Ministry of Information to increase the awareness and the consciousness of ordinary people about...
Well, this is our job, and we appreciate you joining us, and it's our pleasure to have you anytime on our program. Mubarak and Dr. Ahmed, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us. Thank you.
We'd like to thank our distinguished guests for being with us this evening right here on Hala Kuwait. And unfortunately, our time has run out on tonight's episode, and we come to the end of tonight's episode of Hala Kuwait. Make sure to enjoy the rest of your evening right here on KTV2, the family channel. Before I leave you, remember to always take care of yourselves and each other, and let's always remember to respect one another. Have a nice evening, and good night for now.